Oh my God, these Twitter influ like it's almost if it wasn't for research purposes, I would turn Twitter off. I really would because,
Dude,
bro,
Twitter's the worst thing to wake up to in the morning. As soon as you open that shit up, it's like ruins half your. It doesn't ruin your day. It's just one of those things where it's like, I didn't need to see that this time in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just
like 6 months ago, half of the influencers while they're on their knees with their mouths open trying to suck the cock of every single pulse chain influencer, and today they've turned into is like religious extremists, terrorists,
you know
effectively.
the most interesting thing to me about the whole sentiment right now of Pulse Chain is the people who are going to start talking shit about Richard Hart.
Oh, I
See, I started by talking shit about Richard Hart. So that like, I come from a certain angle that I'm like, okay, I'm not one of those people who's just gonna like be like, hey, Richard Hart's awesome because he's pumping my bags, right? Like, no. As soon as I come to any crypto project, as soon as I came to Ethereum, I'm like, why is this not a scam?
yeah.
Same with Bitcoin, same with any other crypto. Like, I think almost every time I see a cryptocurrency, I start by being like, how's this gonna lose me money before I think about how it makes me money, right?
Right.
And like so that I think that's a little bit of the reason why I kind of sip the juice on the Tone Vase bullshit about Richard Hart and Hex at the very beginning. But soon after, I started betting on it, like I was like, oh, okay, I see the points on the other side of the table, and I got changed around. But um, I would say I see Richard Hart very pragmatically, and like I understand like what he's done so far with Pulse Chain and the community and everything, but when I see people basically who tried to profess there's a weird section of people because like you have the maxis of Hex, right? And then when we said Pulse Chain was coming around, we said there's going to be like a fractioning of the
Yeah.
religion because there's a lot of people that are going to come from outside or people that are going to come here just to take advantage of the community or people who are going to come because for whatever reason, lots of different reasons. But when I see major influencers within the Hex Pulse Chain community be like, not only does Richard want us to like build this chain and stuff independent of him, we actually don't need him. He was actually a terrible part of the community to begin with. I'm like, what?
Man,
What are you even talking about? Like,
I'm not going
it
to say
doesn't
any
make.
names right now. I'm not going to say any names right now,
Well,
but I got a list.
yeah, everybody knows
Santa
what we're
Claus made
talking
his
about.
list. Santa Claus made his list. Let's say that.
But it's just crazy to me because, like, I just the one.
These dudes, I swear to you, bro, these dudes, half of them would have done some gay shit to Met Richard.
Well, like they went
I
from
promise
being
that.
like disciples to Judas really fucking quick, and I'm like, interesting. This is like a social experiment. I'm kind of interested in this,
I mean, it's kind of hilarious because they like their whole personality was based off of Richard being incredible and Pulse Chain and stuff, and now uh, they're like, well, it looks like the stuff that's getting me plays is being a hater, so I'll just be a hater now. So it's kind of
And
betraying
that's what it is.
your
That's
own
what it
stuff.
is. It's literally pandering to the flavor of the goddamn day. And I'm just like, I understand it from a social media perspective. Like, I get that. But at the same time, anybody who's that weak willed, to really just like change on a dime that quickly, it's like,
Right.
I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. It makes sense in terms of strategy, I guess. But like, I'm like, you're just going to be made a fool of in about a year, right?
There's something really prophetic that we said during a crypto mindset course in the bottom of the market where we said if I have a position right now and it's down bad, this is during I think the bottom of Pulse Chain. I think we said this that if I didn't sell it, we took a little bit of profits when it first launched, but like if I didn't sell it during those prices, why the fudge would I sell it now? Like what's the point? Like I would write it's like I have seen so many projects where like I have sold like, and I've learned this from horrible experience. Fuck, this is horrible. But like I have fumbled. If you're in crypto long enough, you have fumbled multi-million-dollar bags. Like I have fumbled, like
Dude,
I have fumbled.
We've made and lost. You gotta. It is what it is, right?
So it's a sort of thing where like the profit isn't worth me not having the lottery ticket and not having the ticket and stuff. And it's obviously like it's an investment, not a lottery ticket, right? Of course. But
it's a little bit of both. I mean, there's it depends on how it pans out at the end of the day, right? Correct. Like it will turn into a lottery ticket if there's no substance behind it. But there's plenty of opportunity for substance to be built.
And one of the things, and this is why we've stayed really true to like why we've been able to stay like pretty level headed, is because we've also made really wise investments in terms of like I have a lot of my money in Pulse Chain, but I have a lot of money in other stuff as well.
Well, right, but it was money that we made profit of because of Hex, right?
Yeah, Hex and
So,
stuff,
like,
and being in crypto and stuff like that. But even when I was in
yeah,
Hex, I also had other bags. I had Ethereum and stuff. I mean, we bought
no,
$80,
yeah,
$100 Ethereum back last cycle.
but that's what
Yeah,
I'm kind of saying about like there's an aspect to cultivate crypto. I think that like I haven't usually talked about that much, which is like, um, it's part of that opportunity cost because we bought coins so cheap, right? For example, if you bought cheap Hex,
yeah,
let's say at a penny, right? And let's say you sold most of it at 20 cents or higher. You made a 20x overall plus maybe a bit, right?
right.
Cool. If all you put all that money in Pulse Chain and it goes to zero, how much did you lose? Pretty much nothing, right? Just opportunity, just time. So
Yeah,
like it's one of these things where it's like because you create so many casino chips, you can be a little bit more aggressive, and like if that aggression and or greed or whatever you want to call it ends up not panning out, instead of thinking about how much that dollar value fluctuated, hey, at least I took the profit out of that initial amount I put into something else anyways, like Bitcoin or Ethereum. So I'm not really down, right? I just, yeah, maybe I wasted some time. But like, I think if you think about some altcoins like that or coins that are other than Bitcoin and Ethereum, then when you do sometimes, it lets you ride things out a little bit better, I think.
yeah. So if we end up like copying what happened earlier in the cycle and stuff in terms in late 23, right? Because basically Pulse Chain pumped like crazy in January and early February, and then from there we've been fizzling out, right? So off of that sort of thing, and then usually we're the last thing to pump, right? So if Ethereum starts doing pretty good, let's just say by the second week of next month, right? Because obviously the second's going to be, whoa, it's going trading, and then we're going to see how much inflows we get, and then either way it'll be very positive, and I think we'll be trending towards 4,000 plus and then higher, of course, on Ethereum. We also have quite a lot of other things in terms of like we have a lot of GameFi projects that have moved their dates to next month and late next month as well.